Hello! So, ang topic natin ngayon is for differential equations, which is about second order electric circuits, particularly series RLC circuits. Okay, R, resistor, L is for inductor, and C is for capacitor. So, application na tayo ngayon ng higher order DE. So, maganda, napanood nyo na yung lahat ng mga video tutorials natin for solving homogeneous differential equations and non-homogeneous differential equations, yung mga higher order DE with constant coefficients para makakasabay kayo sa pag-solve natin ng mga problems dito sa applications. Okay, kasi applications na to ng higher order DE. So, particularly on second order electric circuits, or tatakal natin is series RLC circuits. So, alam naman na natin from your circuit subject, di ba? For series RLC, let's say we have the source plus minus E of t, voltage source. Connected across this voltage source is the series RLC, resistor with resistance R, ohms. Tapos, inductor with inductance L, Henry. And capacitor with capacitance C in farad. Okay, so since we have a closed circuit, magkakaroon tayo ng current. Current, let's say, I of t. Okay, as a function of time. So, para ma-solve natin yung current or whatever we want dito sa circuit, pwede rin yung charge as a function of time, apply natin yung KVL. KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law at the loop. So, Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the sum of the voltage around the loop is 0. Okay? So, by passive sign convention, so yung inassign nating direction ng current is clockwise or yung loop direction is clockwise. So, kung saan pumasok na polarity doon sa mga voltages across the elements sa loop, yun yung gagamitin nating sign. Okay, so dito sa mga resistor, inductor, tsaka capacitor, dahil yung current is pa clockwise, dapat ang polarity ng voltage nila is, so for the resistor, plus, minus, let's say VR, voltage across the resistor. Tapos sa inductor, let's say, plus, minus, VL. Sa capacitor, plus, minus, VC. Okay? So, kailangan papasok sa positive polarity ng voltage lahat yung current sa passive elements, resistor, inductor, capacitor. Ayan. Sige, mag-summation of voltage na tayo equals to 0. So, sa E of t, papasok tayo sa negative polarity. So, we will use negative sign for E of t. And then dito para sa lahat ng mga resistor, inductor, capacitor, palaging papasok yung current sa positive polarity ng voltage across them. Kaya, for the voltage across the resistor, we have plus VR. Voltage across the inductor, we have plus VL. And voltage across the capacitor, plus VC. And then back to the ground na tayo or dito sa E of t. So, everything is already considered. Equate na natin to 0. Or, therefore, pwede nating i-transpose itong E of t sa kanan. Okay? Kasi negative siya. Bale, magiging VR plus VL plus B of C is equal to E of t. Tapos, i-represent natin yung mga voltage na to, VR, VL, VC, in terms of the current. Okay? So, dito natin i-apply yung relationship equations ng voltage and current for resistor, inductor, capacitor. Diba, note that sa resistor, ano lang i-apply natin? Ohm's law. Voltage across the resistor is just the product of the resistance times the current. Okay? So, let's say Ri. And then, voltage across the inductor, what will be that value? Voltage across the inductor is L di over dt. Okay? Tapos, dito sa voltage across the capacitor, this time gamitan natin ng formula from physics. Alam natin that's charge over the capacitance. Q is the charge in coulomb. Okay. Sige. Substituting the values of VR, VL, VC dito, magiging VR, sa-substitute na natin na yung VR is Ri plus yung VL is L di over dt plus yung VC is Q over C equals E of T. Yan. Ngayon, may relationship itong current tsaka charge. Ano yun? Diba yung current is dq over dt. Right? So, kapag sinubstitute natin dito, yung value ng current as dq over dt magiging R, the I, which is dq over dt, plus L, d. So, yung I is dq over dt, then plus, ito, copy lang, q over c is equal to E of t. So, magiging R dq over dt plus L. So, first derivative ng q with respect to time, i-derivative mo pa with respect to time. Magiging second derivative na siya ng q with respect to time. Right? Plus q over c is equal to E of t. Or unahin natin yung highest derivative ng q, second derivative. So, L d squared q over dt squared followed by the first derivative, R dq over dt plus q over c is equal to E of t. Okay. So, ito ngayon yung second order circuit equation for series RLC. Yan. In terms of Q. So, masasolve natin dito yung differential equations natin, Q as a function of time. Okay? Tapos, pag gusto nyong hanapin yung ibang parameter like yung sa current, i-derivative nyo na lang itong Q. Diba? dq over dt. Masasolve nyo yung current. So, ito ngayon yung isa-solve nating equation. Diba ano siya? Second degree or second order, linear DE with constant coefficients. Okay, kasi mga constant lang yung coefficient, di ba? So, pwede nyo siyang i-represent in terms of differential operator. Di ba? Pwede yan. In terms of differential operator, ano siya? LD, pag second derivative, ibig sabihin yung differential operator D is naka-squared. Yung differential operator D, yun sa naturo ko sa higher order DE, kinukuha niya yung derivative, di ba? And pag dito the n, tapos itatabi mo sa dependent variable, let's say Q, kukuhain niya yung nth derivative nung Q with respect to any independent variable, let's say T. Okay? Kaya yung LD squared Q over DT squared, that's equal to LD squared Q, right? Plus R. So D, dq, ibig sabihin, first derivative or D to the first. Or D na lang, Q. First derivative ng Q, dq. Plus, eto, pwede siyang 1 over C Q equals E of T. Tapos, i-factor out natin si Q, magiging LD squared plus RD plus 1 over C Q equals to E of T. Okay, so magiging F of D form, di ba? F of dq is equal to E of T. Or kung gusto nyo, para mawala yung coefficient neto ni d squared q over dt squared, pwede nyo naman siyang i-divide both sides by L. Another form lang. So, divide both sides by L. Okay, so makakancel dito si L. Magiging d squared q over dt squared plus, so R over L dq over dt plus 1 over LC Q is equal to E of T over L. So, pwede rin ganito yung itsura. Kung gusto nyo yung coefficient ng d squared Q over dt squared is 1. Okay. So, tandaan natin na yung mga parameters dito, yung R is the resistance measured in ohms or symbol omega. L is the inductance measured in henries or H. Capital C is the capacitance measured in farad or capital F. Okay, so yung V dito is the voltage measured in volts or capital V. I is the current measured in amperes. Or amps. Capital A. Q is the charge. Okay, measured in coulomb or capital C. Tapos yung E of T, yung supplied voltage or yung impressed voltage. Measured in volts din yan. So, dahil ang ating itsura nung DE is F of D, F of dq is equal to E of T. So, non-homogeneous DE. Pwede siyang homogeneous or non-homogeneous DE with constant coefficient. Second order. Depende kung yung E of T nyo is non-zero. Kung E of T is 0, homogeneous, right? So, yung Q of T is just equal to Q complementary. Right? Pero kapag E of T is not 0, any non-zero function of time, ano siya, non-homogeneous. Okay. Ang solution, so general solution to. General solution. 'Di ba kapag non-homogeneous DE, dalawa. May Q of C plus Q of P. Yung QC is the complementary solution and QP is particular. 'Di ba? QC is complementary solution. QP is the particular solution. Naturo na to sa homogeneous DE, right? Ay non-homogeneous DE. So sa circuit, yung QC is what we call as the transient state charge. Okay? Tapos yung particular solution sa circuit, tinatawag siya na steady state charge. Okay, nasa steady state na siya. Ito kasi transient, yung initial transient response. Hindi pa siya naka-steady state. Nagva-vary pa. Okay. Ano pa ba? So tandaan nyo, tinatawag na if E of T and R sa circuit are 0 sa taas, sa series RLC, the circuit is undamped. Okay. If E of T is 0 only, the circuit is said to be free. Wala kang source, so free response. Said to be free. Pag 0 yung E of T mo. Yan. Actually, meron pa yan yung overdump, critically dump, tinatawag, tsaka underdump. Depende sa magiging roots. Magiging roots ng auxiliary equation. Ano yung magiging roots ng auxiliary equation? 'Di ba? Ito 'yon. Ito. Dito sa DE part na to, kung hahanapin natin yung homogeneous DE solution, bale f of D is equal, 'di ba? F of DQ is equal to E of T. Yung pwede natin gamitin yung na-derive natin, ito. In terms of differential operator. Yan. 'Di ba itong DE na to, in terms of differential operator, yan na yun. So for YC, 'di ba? Yung f of D, Q, i-equate nyo sa 0. Ito. F of DQ equate to 0. Then, solve for the auxiliary equation. Find the auxiliary equation, which is AE for short, given by f of m is equal to 0. So, papalitan nyo yung capital D sa f of D. Ito yung f of D value natin. Ito. Right? Yung LD squared plus RD plus 1 over C. Papalitan nyo yung capital D sa f of D ng M. Auxiliary equation magiging LM squared plus RM plus 1 over C. equals 0. Then, solve for the roots. Diba? Solve for the roots. So, quadratic formula. Using quadratic formula. Diba? M is negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So, given general quadratic equation am squared plus bm plus c equals 0, if we pattern the given, ano yung value ng ABC? A is the coefficient ng m squared, L, right? B is the coefficient ng m sa problem given R. Tapos, yung constant C, small c, is yung constant sa given 1 over c. So, solve natin yung roots ng auxiliary equation. M is negative b, negative r, plus minus the square root of b squared, which is r squared, minus 4a. A is L times c, which is 1 over c, divided by 2a, which is L. So, m is negative r plus minus the square root of r squared minus, pwede siyang 4L over c over 2L. Ayan. So, ito yung formula natin for the roots. Dalawa lagi yung solution. M1, M sub 1, and M sub 2. Pero, yung nasa loob ng square root, r squared minus 4L over c, yan yung discriminant. Discriminant. Okay, D. Equal to r squared minus 4L over c. Ito yung magdedetermine kung magiging overdump, critically dump, underdump, or kung ano yung magiging case ng solution. 'Di ba? Sa homogeneous DE may tatlo tayong case. Case 1, unique real roots. Case 2, repeated real roots. Case 3, complex conjugate roots. Naturo ko yon sa homogeneous DE, nakalink sa description kung gusto nyong i-review, panoorin. So, if case 1, ano siya? Unique real roots or distinct real roots. Okay, dapat greater than 0 ito. D should be greater than 0. Or yung value ng discriminant, r squared minus 4L over c, should be greater than 0 para dalawang magkaibang solution na real. Diba? Pag greater than 0 yung nasa loob ng square root, real solution yon, walang imaginary. At the same time, dalawang magkaibang value, isang positive tsaka isang negative. Kaya magiging unique real roots. Yung case 2 naman, ito pala yung tinatawag nating overdump. Overdump. Okay, ang magiging solution natin dito, Q of t takes the form C1 e to the M1t plus C2 e to the M2t. Right? Ito yon yung nasa M1, M2. Okay? Diba? Kapag case 1, unique real roots ito. Next, kapag case 2, sa homogeneous DE natin dati, repeated real roots. Okay. Dapat yung discriminant D equal to r squared minus 4L over c equal to 0. Okay, pag equal to 0, magiging isang value na lang yung root. Diba? Mare-repeat. Okay, so this is what we call critically damped. Critically damped. Yan. Ang solution natin takes the form, C1 e to the m1t plus C2 t e to the m2t. Diba? Ito yung form ng solution kapag repeated real roots. Yung m1 mo tsaka m2 is equal. Yan. Next, if case 3 naman, complex conjugate roots. Complex conjugate roots. Di ba dapat kapag ganyan, may imaginary I kasi complex eh. So, D equals to R squared minus 4L over C. The discriminant should be less than 0. Para itong nasa loob na expression ng square root, negative. Less than 0 means negative. Magkakaroon ka ng imaginary number, I. Okay? Tinatawag naman na itong underdamped. Underdamped. Ano yung form ng solution dito? So let's say yung nakuha nating M12 dun sa quadratic equation, atong quadratic formula na ginamit natin for M12 takes the form A plus minus BI. Bale, ang Q of T, naturo ko to, diba? Case 3 sa homogeneous DE, ang form niya is laging pair si cosine at sine na merong e to the something. So, C1 e to the AT cosine BT plus C2 e to the AT sine BT. Yan. So, yan yung conditions natin. Pero kahit hindi naman to kabisaduhin, kasi kung binigyan naman kayo ng specific values nung mga resistor, inductor, capacitor, pwede nyo naman i-direct kuhain na agad yung value. Okay, so ito yung concept natin for second order electric circuits on series RLC. So sige, para mas maintindihan nyo yung concept, mag-solve tayo ng example. Solve the following problems. Number 1, find the charge on the capacitor in an RLC series circuit at T is 0.01 seconds when L is 0.05 Henry, R is 2 ohms, C is 0.01 farad, E of T equals 0 volts, Q of 0 is equal to 5 coulomb, and I of 0 equals 0 amps. Ayan, madali lang to. Find the charge on the capacitor in an RLC series circuit at T equals 0.01 seconds when L is 0.05 Henry, R is 2 ohms, C is 0.01 farad, E of T is 0 volts, Q of 0 is 5 coulombs, and I of 0 is 0. So, ganun yung circuit natin dito, same sa kanina. Series RLC. Ito. Copy natin. Ganyan yung itsura. Yan. So, lalagyan niya ng mga values ngayon. Yung resistor. Ano yung resistor? 2 ohms. So, R is 2 ohms. Inductor L, 0.05 Henry. Tapos, yung capacitance C is 0.01 Farad. Ano pa? Yung E of T, ito 0 daw. Diba pag 0, ibig sabihin, ano yan? Source free. Sabihin, pag dinerive natin yung DE niyan, homogeneous lang yan. Tapos yung condition, sulat niyo yung condition. Q of 0 is 5 coulomb and I of 0 is 0 amp. Sige, so ano ba yung derived DE natin kanina? Diba, ang derived DE natin kanina is d squared Q over dt squared, yung naka-divide both sides by L, plus R over L dq over dt plus 1 over LCQ is equal to E of T over L. So, substitute niyo yung mga value. D squared Q over dt squared plus R 2 over L 0.05. Ito yung equation natin kanina. Yung dinivide ko both sides by L, yung derive sa KVL equation. Ayan. So, kabisaduhin nyo lang. Ayan. dq over dt plus 1 over L, 0.05 times capacitance C, 0.01, 0.01 Q is equal to E of T, 0, over L, 0.05. Pero masisiro lang din yan kasi 0 yung numerator. Yan. So, simplify natin d squared Q over dt squared plus ano yung 2 over 0.05? 40. 40 dq over dt plus ano yung 1 over 0.05 times 0.01. 2,000 Q equals 0. Ito yung derived DE. So, in terms of differential operator, bale, d squared Q plus 40 dq plus 2,000 Q is equal to 0. So that, pag finactor out si Q, d squared plus 40d plus 2,000 times Q, factor out yung Q equals 0. So, naging f of dq equals 0 form, right? So, ano yung f of d natin? Ito, d squared plus 40d plus 2,000. So, this is homogeneous. Homogeneous DE. Kasi naka-equate sa 0. So, ang general solution lang niyan is Q of T is equal to complementary solution. Diba? Bale, kuhain natin yung general solution nitong homogeneous DE. Auxiliary equation, f of m is equal to 0. Palitan natin yung capital D ng m, magiging m squared plus 40m plus 2,000 equals 0. Okay, solve natin yung roots. Ano ba to? Factorable ba yan? Hindi yan factorable. Pwede kayong gumamit ng quadratic formula. M is negative B plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Or pwede nyo namang i-calcu. O sige, gamitan natin ng quadratic formula, tapos check natin sa calcu. Ano si a? Diba? Given na am squared plus bm plus c equals 0, quadratic equation. A is the coefficient ng m squared, which is 1. B is the coefficient ng m, which is 40. And c is the constant, which is 2,000. So therefore, m is negative b, palitan yung value, 40 plus minus the square root of b, which is 40 squared, minus 4 times a, 1, times c, which is 2,000, divided by 2 times a, which is 1. So, m is negative 40 plus minus the square root of, ano yung 40 square? 1,600 minus 4 times 1 times 2,000, 8,000, divided by 2 times 1, 2. So, m is negative 40 plus minus the square root ng 1,600 minus 8,000. Negative yan. 6,400 divided by 2. M is negative 40 plus minus square root ng 6,400 or 6,400. 80. Kaso may negative ka, kaya magkakaroon ng I over 2. So, M is, divide nyo, negative 40 divided by 2, negative 20, plus minus 80 divided by 2, 40i. O, ayan. Kapag yung dalawang roots nyo is complex conjugate roots, base dun sa naturo ko sa homogeneous DE, okay, diba, M is given by A plus minus BI. Ano yung A? A natin is yung real part, negative 20. B natin is yung coefficient ng imaginary numbers, 40. Yan. Ano yung form ng general solution? So, Q of t is C1 e to the AT cosine BT plus C2 e to the AT sine BT. Yan. So, C1, ano yung AC negative 20? So, e to the negative 20t cosine B 40 t plus C2 e to the A negative 20t sine 40t. Ayan. Ito na yung Q of t. General solution. General solution. Pero, particular solution dapat ang kukuhain natin. Hahanapin yung C1 at C2. Paano hahanapin yung C1 at C2? Yung condition kanina na dalawa yon. Q of 0 is 5 coulomb and I of 0 is 1 amp. So, pwede na natin gamitin tong condition na to. Sabihin ng Q of 0 equals 5 coulomb when T, di ba yung T is 0, Q is 5. So, substitute natin dito sa general solution yung T0 tapos yung 5Q. Magiging, ayan, yung Q of T, which is 5, equals C1 e to the negative 20t, papalitan niya ng 0. Tapos, cosine 40t, palitan niya rin ng 0. Plus C2 e to the negative 20t, palit ng 0. Sine 40t, palit ng 0. So, 5 is, di ba itong e to the 0, e to the negative 20 times 0, e to the 0 or 1 na lang. Ano naman yung cosine 40 times 0? Cosine 0, which is 1. So, C1 times 1 times 1, C1. Okay, plus, so C2, eto 0 din yan, 1. Tapos yung sine 40 times 0 or sine 0, di ba 0 yon? So, C2 times 0. Which is, mawawala na yung C2 kasi naka-time siya sa 0. 5 is C1. Ayan. So, meron na tayong C1. Therefore, si C2 na lang ang hahanapin. O, paano mahanap si C2? Etong condition naman na to. Ano ba yung I? Diba I is the derivative? Derivative ng charge with respect to time. Diba? So, pwede natin gawin i-derivative natin tong Q of T. Yan. So, maganda gawin ko i-factor out ko tong e to the negative 20t. Pwede ring isulat itong Q of T as pag finactor out yung e to the negative 20t, pwede siyang C1 cosine 40t plus C2 sine 40t. So, kailangang makuha yung I, which is the derivative ng Q with respect to time, i-derivative natin yan. So, anong gagawing or anong gagamiting rule for derivatives? Meron tayong product ng dalawang function. Product rule. Derivative ng UV is UdV plus VdU. Let's say ito si U, ito si V. Okay? So, copy the U, e to the negative 20t times the derivative ng V. Anong derivative ng V? So, C1 constant copy. Derivative ng cosine 40t. Diba? Negative sine 40t by chain rule times the derivative ng 40t. 40. Plus, so dito naman, derivative ng C2 sine 40t. So, C2 constant, copy nyo lang. Derivative ng sine, cosine, copy 40t. Chain rule uli, times sa derivative ng 40t, 40. Yan. Plus, UdV pa lang yon plus VdU. So, V copy, C1 cosine 40t plus C2 sine 40t times the derivative ng U. Ang U natin is e to the negative 20t. Derivative ng e to the negative 20t is e to the negative 20t, di ba? Times, chain rule, derivative ng negative 20t, negative 20. Okay? Tapos, gawin natin, sige, i-factor out ko itong, sige, simplify ko muna. Bale, e to the negative 20t, magiging ano ito? C1 negative sine 40t times 40, negative 40 C1 sine 40t, tapos C2 cosine 40t times 40, positive 40 C2 cosine 40t. Tapos ito, i-distribute ko yung negative 20. Bale, plus negative 20 C1 cosine 40t minus 20 C2 sine 40t times, dito ko na lang isulat, e to the negative 20t. Tapos, i-factor out ko yung e to the negative 20t. Bale, i-add natin ngayon yan. Ito, plus ito. So, e to the negative 20t, combine natin yung similar terms. Sa sine 40t, okay, pwede nating i-combine negative 40c1 minus 20c2. So, sine 40t times yung coefficients, negative 40c1 minus 20c2. Tapos, sa cosine naman, urang ko na lang, plus sa cosine itong dalawa, factor out ko yung cosine 40t. Tapos, add natin ito, negative 20c1 plus 40c2. Urong nga natin para hindi masyadong maliit. Yan. Kinombine ko lang nga yung similar terms. So, negative 20c1 plus 40c2. Ayan. Ito na yung I or the dq over dt. So, ano yung condition natin? I of 0 equals 0. So, ibig sabihin, when I is 0, when t is 0, yan yung t, I is 0. Okay, substitute natin. Pwede na rin pala nating i-plug in yung yung C1. 'Di ba may C1 na tayo? 5. Okay, so substitute dito. The goal is ma-solve si C2, 'di ba? So substitute niyo yung value ng I na 0 equals e to the negative 20t, palitan niyo ng 0. Tapos negative 40c1, 5 minus 20c2 yan, constant. Copy mo muna. Then, sine 40t, 0. Palitan nyo yung t ng 0. Tuloy ko dito. Plus, okay, negative 20 c1. May c1 na tayo, 5. Plus 40 c2 unknown. Yan yung hahanapin. Copy. Times cosine 40t. Palitan nyo ng 0. So, 0 is e to the negative 20 times 0, e to the 0 or 1. Right? So, wala na yan. 1 na lang. Tapos, negative 40 times 5. Ano to? 40 nga ba to? Tama. Negative 40 times 5. Negative, ano yan? 200. Minus 20c2 sine 40. Kaso nga, itong sine 40 times 0, masi-0. So, mawawala rin pala to, no? Masi-0 din yan. Plus, eto, sige, simplify. Negative 20 times 5, negative 100, plus 40c2, times cosine 40 times 0, cosine 0 or 1. Yan, so magiging 0 is equal to, ito masi-0. Ano natira? Ito na lang. Negative 100 plus 40c2 times 1. So, ito na lang. Tapos, solve natin si C2. transpose ko si negative 100 sa kaliwa. So, 100 is equal to 40 C2. Tapos, divide both sides by 40. So, C2 is 100 divided by 40. In lowest term, GCF 20 divide 20, 5 halves. Yan. So, makukuha na natin yung pinaka Q of T. Diba? So, si Q of T is, ano ba yung general solution kanina? Ito, diba? Q of T. So, papalitan na ngayon natin yung yung C1 at C2 nung nakuhang value. So, C2 is 5 halves, tas C1 kanina is 5, diba? So, e to the negative 20t, C1, 5, cosine 40t, plus C2, 5 halves, sine 40t. Ayan. Ito yung particular solution. So, na-solve na natin yung charge as a function of time. Okay, particular solution na yan. Pero, ang pinapahanap sa problem, specific value ng charge at sabi, find the charge on the capacitor in an RLC series circuit at T is 0.01. So, hanapin pa natin yung charge, yung specific value ng charge at T is 0.01. So, find Q when T is 0.01 second. So, substitute nyo na lang yan dito. Evaluate nyo yung Q of T at 0.01. So, e to the negative 20 times t, mga t, papalitan nyo ng 0.01. Tapos, 5 cosine 40t, palit ng 0.01. Plus 5 halves sine 40t, palit ng 0.01. Gamitan nyo na yan ng calculator in radian mode. Lagyan nyo sa radian. Shift setup 4. Okay, so e to the negative 20 times 0.01 times 5 cosine 40 times 0.01 plus 5 halves sine 40 times 0.01. Ayan. Specific charge in column. So, Q is approximately 4.568 column. So, yan yung sagot sa problem. Sige, isa pa. Problem number 2. Find the charge on the capacitor in an RLC series circuit when Thank you for the love, UIK. When L is 1/4 Henry, R is 20 ohms, C is 1/300 farad, E of T is 0 volts. Thus, Q of 0 is 4 coulombs, and I of 0 is 0 amp. Is the charge on the capacitor ever equal to 0? Yan. So, same pa rin. Hanapin pa rin daw si charge on the capacitor in an RLC series circuit when L is 1/4 Henry, R is 20 ohms, C is 1/300 farad, E of T is 0 volts, Q of 0 is 4 coulomb, and I of 0 is 0. Is the charge on the capacitor ever equal to 0? So, sige, series RLC, bali ang equation uli natin is d squared q over dt squared plus r over L dq over dt plus 1 over LCQ equals E of T over L. Right? So, substitute natin yung value. D squared q over dt squared plus value ng R, 20 over L, 1/4 dq over dt plus 1 over L, 1/4 ulit. Tapos C, 1 over 300 Q equals E of T, 0, divided by the L, 1/4. So, simplifying, d squared q over dt squared plus, ano yung 20 divided by 1/4? So, reciprocal yung 1/4, magiging 20 times 4, 80. dq over dt plus 1 all over 1/4 times 300, ilan to? 12, 1 all over 1,200. Okay, reciprocal mo, 1, 2. 1,200 Q equal 0 over 1/4, 0 pa rin. Ayan, in terms of the differential operator, pwede siyang d squared plus 80 plus 1, 2 Q. Right? Equals 0. Yan. So, homogeneous DE uli kasi naka-equate tayo sa 0. Right? So, general solution lang neto is Q of T is equal to QC. Complementary solution. Right? Bale, hanapin natin, ano yung F of D natin? Diba, F of DQ equals 0 yung form ng DE. Bale, yung F of D is d squared plus 80 plus 1,200. So, to solve for the roots, for the general solution, hanapin muna natin yung auxiliary equation given by f of m is 0. So, papalitan natin yung mga capital D dito ng m. Sorry, nakalimutan kong lagyan to ng D. Okay. Yan. Kasi dq over dt, dapat may d yan. Papalitan natin yung capital D ng m, magiging m squared plus 80m plus 1,200 is 0. Then, solve for the roots. Factorable ba yan? Yes, I think. So, factors ng m squared, m and m, easy factors ng 1,200 kapag inad is 80. Diba 20 and 60? Positive 20, positive 60. Kasi 20 times 600, 1, 2, 20 plus 60, 80. Then equate each factor to 0. So m plus 20 is 0. M plus 60 is 0. Solve for the roots. Transpose si positive 20 sa kanan. M is negative 20. Ito yung M1. Transpose naman si positive 60 sa kanan, magiging M is negative 60. Ito yung M2. So, anong case ito ng solving homogeneous DE? Unique real roots, case 1. Okay, so case 1, bale ang Q of T natin, ang form niya C1 e to the M1T plus C2 e to the M2T. So Q of T is C1 e to the M1, negative 20T, plus C2 e to the M2, negative 60T. Okay? So kanina, ito ay overdump, right? Diba overdump kapag, excuse me, kapag distinct real roots. Kanina, ano yung case kanina? May complex conjugate. This is underdump. Diba? Underdump yung kanina. Underdump. Yan. So, hindi pa tayo tapos. Kailangang ma-solve yung C1, C2. So, gagamitin natin yung condition na sabi, Q of 0 equals 4 coulomb and I of 0 equals 0 amps. So, gamitin natin yan. Yan. So, pwede na nating i-plug in yung condition na to kasi sabi dyan when T is 0, ito yung T, yung value ng Q is 4 coulomb. So, pwede nyo nang i-plug in dyan. Meron na tayong Q as a function of time. Bale, yung Q, palitan nyo ng 4. Tapos, C1 e to the negative 20. Yung mga T, papalitan nyo ng 0. 0 plus C2 e to the negative 60 times T, 0. Etong mga e to the 0, mga 1 lang na yan, di ba? So, bale, magiging 4 is equal to C1 plus C2. Or sabihin natin C1 plus C2 is 4. Equation 1. Okay, dalawang equation dapat kasi dalawa yung unknown. C1 and C2. Okay. So, kuhain naman natin yung second equation from yung condition na I of 0 is 0. So, para makuha yung current, di ba, I is dq over dt. So, i-derivative natin yung Q. Di ba, ang Q natin kanina, ito. Mas madali itong i-differentiate kumpara kanina. Kasi may ion tsaka cosine and sine, di ba? Nag-product rule pa tayo. Dito, direct na yan. Derivative natin yung Q. So, dq over dt, ito na yung magiging I, di ba? So, C1, constant copy, derivative ng e to the negative 20t. E to the negative 20t times chain rule, derivative ng negative 20t, negative 20. Ito naman, plus C2 constant copy times derivative ng e to the negative 60t is e to the negative 60t times by chain rule, derivative ng negative 60t, negative 60. Or magiging I is C1 times negative 20, negative 20 C1 e to the negative 20t. Tas C2 times negative 60, negative 60 C2 e to the negative 60t. Yan. Tsaka natin i-apply yung condition na when or I of 0 is 0, or ibig sabihin yan, when time t is 0, I is 0. So, substitute natin yung I, 0, equals negative 20 C1 e to the negative 20. Yung mga t, papalitan nyo rin ng 0. Minus 60 C2 e to the negative 60t. Substitute 0. So, 0 is negative 20 C1. Itong e to the negative 20 times 0, e to the 0 or 1. Ganun din to. 1 na lang yan. So, minus 60 C2. Okay. So, pwede natin ngayon, sige, transpose ko dito si negative 60 C2 sa kaliwa. Magiging positive 60 C2 is negative 20 C1. Okay. Divide ko to both sides by negative 20. Okay, bale, cancel. C1 is 60 divided by negative 20. Negative 3C2. Equation 2. So, solve natin simultaneously yung equation 1 and 2. So, pwede kong i-substitute kasi yung C1 nakasolve in terms of C2 sa equation 2. So, substitute 2 in 1. So, itong C1 sa equation 1, papalitan ko ng in terms of C2 na negative 3C2, then plus C2 equals 4. So, negative 3C2 plus C2, negative 2C2 equals 4. Tapos, divide both sides by negative 2. C2 is 4 divided by negative 2, negative 2. Tapos, si C1, masasolve na natin from 2. C1 is negative 3C2. Negative 3C2, so negative 3 times yung nakuhang C2, negative 2, positive 6. Negative 3 times negative 2, positive 6. So, yung pinaka-particular solution or yung final Q as a function of time, magiging, ito yung general solution, papalitan na natin yung values ng C1 at C2, yung nakuha natin. So, Q of t is C1, 6 e to the negative 20t plus C2, negative 2 e to the negative 60t. So, ito yung sagot sa 1. Q as a function of time for any time t. Diba may follow-up kanina? Is the charge on the capacitor ever equal to 0? So, possible kayang maging 0 yung charge sa capacitor? Sige, check natin. Bale, tinatanong kung possible bang maging 0 yung Q. Try nating equate yung Q to 0. Bale, 6 e to the negative 20t minus 2 e to the negative 60t. Try nating isolve yung t. Okay? Kung may defined value ng t tayo, then possible. Pero kung hindi, hindi possible. Ang gawin ko para ma-solve to, na lang, transpose ko si negative 2 e to the negative 60t sa kaliwa. So, positive 2 na siya, e to the negative 60t equals 6 e to the negative 20t. Okay? Tapos, ang gagawin ko, pwede nating, kasi diba equal to sa 2 over e to the 60t. Or i-multiply ko both sides. Sige, para mawala yung isang or ma-simplify yung powers nung e, gawin ko, i-multiply ko both sides by e to the positive 60t. Yan. Diba pwede? Para e to the 60t times e to the negative 60t, makakancel. Kasi i-add nyo yung exponent, same base e, 60t plus negative 60t, 0. Diba? So e to the 0 is 1. So magiging 2 na lang is equal to 6. Tapos ito, add nyo exponent. Base e na pareho, same. Add nyo negative 20t plus 60t. 40. Yan. Divide nyo both sides by 6. Okay? Magiging e to the 40t, 2 over 6 is 1/3. Get natin yung ln ng both sides para mawala sa exponent base sa base e itong 40t. So magiging ln 1/3 kasi 'di ba ln e to the 40t, cancel tong ln e, magiging 40t. Tapos divide both sides by 40 para ma-solve natin yung t. So t is ln 1/3 over 40. Ano yan? Approximately ln, kasi yung ln ng fraction magne-negative yan, di ba? O, negative. So, t is approximately negative 0.02, negative 0.0275 second. Wala naman kasi tayong negative time eh. Di ba? We don't have negative time. Puro positive lang. So, hindi pwede. Hindi pwedeng mag-zero yung charge. Kasi pag zero yung charge, ang masasolve yung time dito is negative. Which is impossible. In reality, walang negative time. So, the answer is no. The charge on capacitor will never be zero. Yan. So, yan naman yung tanong doon do. Yes or no daw, is the charge on the capacitor ever equal to zero? Okay, sige. So, nakasolve tayo ngayon ng dalawang problems. Tuloy na lang natin next time. Mag-part, sige, try natin kung makapag-part 2 tayo dito sa same topic. Kasi dalawang case pa lang yung naturo natin or dalawang example pa lang yung na-discuss. Okay, sige. Abangan nyo yung next video tutorials natin for this topic. Application na to ng higher order DE guys. Second order electric circuit series RLC. So follow nyo lang ako sa account para man-notify pag may video tayo next time. And subscribe kayo sa ating YouTube channel, Engineered Math. Lilink ko na lang sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin para mapanood nyo. Tsaka yung pinaka-playlist ng DE, Differential Equations, para pwede nyong panoorin anytime lahat ng video tutorials natin from the first lesson to the last lesson. Para meron kayong video tutorials playlist guide from me, from our YouTube channel for DE, para sa buong subject nyo na to. Okay, sige. So, good luck sa mga nag-take ng DE. Aral lang lagi mabuti and solve ng maraming problems. Panoorin nyo lang yung mga video tutorials ko sa YouTube para makatulong sa inyo to pass the DE. Good luck! Sige, see you on my next video tutorial. God bless everyone. Bye-bye!